Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're finally tackling toy rotation. This has been long overdue, but we're finally doing it tonight. So the kids are asleep and we're finally gonna look at all of the toys that we have here. And we're gonna try to, number one, do like some spring cleaning. It's been much needed to like just go through the toys again. And then we're gonna try a new system for rotating the toys. If you guys are new here, first of all, welcome. So my name's Kayla. This is Joe over here. Joseph, say hello. That is my husband Joe. He's going down to the basement and bringing up more toys. But a while ago we actually did a video, I think before Christmas, like right before Christmas time, when we knew the kids were going to get more toys. We did an initial decluttering, and what we did is we took all the toys and we organized them into these bins, these like little shoebox bins, and we tried to keep like all the different like magnets together, all the different figurines together. So we did like sort the toys in an organized way, and that was good, I feel like, so that every toy had like its own box, everything had its own space. Our intention with that system was to try to rotate out the toys like every week or every 2 weeks, so that there are new toys out here for the kids to play with. And we also have like these cubbies over here where you see like we've got my daughter Riley's Peppas, and then over here we have like pretend play stuff, and we have blocks. So we tried our best to like keep things together and rotate out toys, but what would end up happening is just, see, we'd have like a random collection of toys and just too much stuff out here. I have 2 kids, if you do happen to be new here. So I have Riley, who's about 3.5, Jackson, who's 1.5, and what I found is just that we bring out toys and then Riley will remember something she wanted to play with from like way back when, and we'll go down to the basement, bring it back up here, and then before you know it, you have this kind of a situation here. Is that everything from the basement? That's not everything. That's just some more of it. Yeah, a third of what's in the basement. So you see, there are things that we would keep in the basement so that not everything was here, but I mean, this is still a little bit out of hand in terms of like the family room area. There's always a million toys. I mean, I know that I can't be like the only one that finds themselves in this situation of just like you're drowning in toys, and like it takes forever to clean up. Like there's always a mess, and to a certain extent, I know that we're gonna have like some of this. Like again, I have 2 kids and I don't pretend that like my house is spotless. Like I want them to have toys to play with, but I do want to see if we can try a new system to see if we can rotate out the toys better. All right, Joe's still bringing stuff up from the basement, but I want to show you what my intention is for the end of this video. So what I'm hoping that we can do is, number one, obviously declutter. Hopefully take a lot of these toys. We have a lot of Love Every toys too, so we want to like put all of the toys back in the boxes or somehow organize those a little bit better, because we have like random Love Every toys that should be in boxes. And then again, declutter things that they're not going to use anymore, things that we can donate, we're going to do that. Then over here I have 4 of these clear bins, and my intention with these is to separate toys into each of these bins, 1 for every week. So like labeling this week 1 and then putting a bunch of toys in here, so that at the beginning of the week I can say, all right, what toys are the kids gonna play with? Let's pull this out, and those are the ones that we will put in this space over here. Like that's what we'll rotate. And then the same thing with the next one. We'll do week 2. So like kind of divide the toys that I want them to play with between the 4 weeks, so I can keep rotating them out every week. Will that work? I don't know, but I feel like that might be an easier way for us to make sure that we're bringing out toys instead of just keeping things collected down in the basement. And then we can see more regularly like what toys are playing with, what they're not playing with. So that's my plan with everything, like literally with everything in parenting. It's like trial and error, figuring out what works, figuring out what doesn't. I will leave a link to the other toy decluttering video that I did back in Christmas. Like I said, I'll leave a link down below in the description box if you just want some more inspiration. Maybe that is helpful to you. But I think that we're gonna get started by just going through everything. We're gonna get a giant trash can for anything that's garbage, and then we'll get another little bin where we put donations. More stuff, Buell. Look at all of this. Like this is literally, this is everything that, these are like all of their toys. Clearly, none of this is really needed, but there's so much that I hold on to. Like this little table, I'm like always like, okay, Jackson doesn't play with it anymore, but I don't know, like what if we do have another kid one day? Like, do I want to buy new toys? Do I want to keep them? Like it's always the hardest thing. And then I don't know if your kids are like this too, but like the minute that I donate something, or the minute that I'm like, you know what, we can probably get rid of this toy, I haven't seen Riley play with it in a long time, the minute that I do that, she'll like ask for it the next day. She'll be like, Mama, can I have my aerial magnet thing? And I'm like, girlfriend, like you haven't seen that in like a year, and she just remembers it and wants to play with it. So then I'm like, well, if I still had it, I could give it to her to play with. So I don't know, it's like the struggle. I mean, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but it's something that I struggle with definitely in terms of toys and what they play with, what we get rid of, what we keep, all of that. And that is it. So let's get started. I'm gonna put you guys on the tripod. You guys can see us do a little bit of decluttering. I hope this motivates you to at least, you know, go through your toys for your kids. Springtime is a good time to do all of the decluttering, and this we've been meaning to do. So let's get to work. Okay, so we've kind of looked at some of the stuff that we want to donate. Not a ton of things, but some stuff here. Now what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to take those bins of like the weekly rotation bins, and we're going to start filling them up. So that'll be week 1. And then separate those for me, please. And then we've got weeks 2, weeks 3, and weeks 4.
I don't have room to have all 3 spread.
Okay, Joseph. Joseph is killing my vibe here.
What room do we have?
I know we don't have space.
Tell me.
But this is like the most painful thing because we're trying to organize and he wants to do it one way and I want to do it the other way.
My way is probably a little bit more.
Probably Joseph, I'm gonna punch you in the face. So look, this is just something new. We're just trying it, okay? I have no idea if it's gonna work, but we're gonna see. So we're gonna try to look at separating like some cars and putting them in the different bins, see what else we can come up with. So just watch us and we'll show you at the end if it makes at all any sense. So we're making some progress here. I know it may not look that way, but we're starting to separate a bunch of the toys into the different bins, kind of making sure that there's different kinds of toys in all the bins. So like some kind of blocks for week 1, some kind of blocks for week 2, some kind of blocks for week 3, some kind of building thing for week 4, which are the magnet tiles, which I'll show you guys everything that's in the bins once we're done. And then we're pulling out all the stuff from the cubbies, but you kind of get the idea. Like a lot of this stuff was out here all at once. So if we take a lot of these out and put them down in the basement until they're weak, there should hopefully be a lot less out all at once. So we're gonna keep working at it. This little bin too is like the toys that I keep upstairs in my room, like in my bedroom, to keep them busy if they're in my room. So we're gonna try to switch out toys from there. Joe's also put all of like the Love Every toys in these bins. Like there's some stuff here that Jackson's just too old for now that I don't see either of the kids playing with. So we kept them here organized in like little bins for the future or for a family member or something. And then we've got still some donations going here. So we're now going through like the 5,000 dinosaurs that we have. We definitely don't need this many, so we can go through them and put some of them in bins or donate some of the other ones, but this is feeling good. Why are you being mean to that thing?
If it doesn't stand, it doesn't stay.
That's the test?
Yeah.
Okay. so here's what we have. I'm just exhausted. This has been like emotionally, mentally, physically, all the things draining. But this is what we have. So we have week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. The idea is that I can come to this bin when I'm trying to rotate toys for week 1, and I can pull toys from here, as many as I see fit, to fill up these cubes. So I'm gonna show you guys like kind of what my method was in terms of like figuring out what to put in here. But just so you know, like, okay, over here I have a couple of things that are gonna go up to my room. So that's like the keep the kids entertained basket. When they're in my room, I switched out one of the puzzles, put a couple new books in there. This needs to go to Riley's room, so we're just gonna like ignore that. That's also like her pretend princess costume. Then I have some bigger toys here. These are kind of like the special toys, the toys that we'll bring out on occasion, and really just try to keep like one of these out. I don't need to see all of these out here all the time, but these are like the special toys, the little barn, the fire truck, like a bigger toy that they can kind of play with for the week. And then the Love Every block set. This is a great toy, like wonderful toy, all-in-one toy. You've got blocks, you have these little sticks, and then it's also like a shape sorter. What are you doing with it?
I'm going to put it the way it should be put.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Just so it's easier to store.
He's gonna go through all those shapes and try to be a Virgo and sort through them. Because there's like an actual order that you can put them in. Oh my goodness. Buell, you're killing me. You're killing me. Great toy, but you see, I can't leave this out all the time because then this is a mess you have to clean up, and I'm not gonna do that every day. I'm not gonna torture myself. So we'll bring it out on occasion. We usually bring this to my mom's house when we travel because like they get a lot of use out of it. It even turns into like a little car because you can put like the wheels. Babe. So he's taking out, are you serious? Is that how it goes? Is there a map to figuring out?
There is, right there.
No, there's not. Okay, so whatever. I'll leave this link for you guys if you want to check it out, but there's like a way to actually store it so that it's easy to pack. But you see there's like all these different ways that you can play with it. Like you can use it as a drum set. That's building a car, and like all the sticks. You do pretend play. It can be like a little house for the people. Super cute, so you can get a lot of use out of it, but we'll bring it out on occasion now. But this is the stuff that will change out too. There are a few things that are always gonna stay out. So let's talk about those first. These are all of Riley's like figurines, like all of the princesses and the little animal figurines. There are a million of them, but she literally plays with these all day long, every day. So we just have a big container for them. Then I also have her doll set because she plays pretend with her dolls on occasion. So I wanna make sure that she has this for that. And then the magnets, I think, yeah, these are magnets for the refrigerator. So those will stay out over here in the corner there. I also have a couple things, like that ramp is like a special toy that will keep out here this week. And then this truck, he always plays with, like one of his favorite things. So these things will most likely be out here more often than not, so I left those out. His pirate ship ride-on will leave out, at least for now, until we see that he's getting bored of it. And then Riley's Peppas we're always gonna leave out because also one of her favorite things. So there's always gonna be her Peppas. And then I also left out like dress-up things. This is like a random assortment of like headbands and magic wands and things like that. So she can play dress up and have her dress up stuff there. Books will also leave out regardless of what week it is. So now what I get to do is kind of decide how we're gonna fill these up and put out some other toys out here. But just to give you an idea, so I already talked about like how I made sure to have some form of blocks, right? So we've got these blocks. In here we have these blocks that have like ABCs on them, and then we've got magnet tiles in this week so that they have something like that to, you know, kind of work on. Other things that I made sure to put in every week is like a puzzle. So this green thing here is a puzzle. There's also a puzzle in this one. It's gonna be hard to show you because like I've kind of already like filled the bins. But what I like is that I'm doing clear bins so that I can see what's in here. But I promise you that there's some kind of puzzle here, a puzzle in here, and one in here too. I also put some form of cars, obviously, for Jackson, but we're just switching up the cars so that every week he has new ones to look at. So you see there's a puzzle in there. So like in this week we have the Melissa and Doug, the little pullback cars, and then in here he has this little people car, and I think the monster trucks too. Yeah, he has, or no, the Peppa cars, I think. So we have these little Peppa Pig cards that he likes to play with. And then in here we have the monster truck. So we kind of like just categorize them so that they're a little different every week. For Riley, I also put one of her big dolls in each of the weeks. So we've got that one. We have this big Elsa doll here. We've got Moana in this one, Ariel in this one. So it's gonna be a different doll for her to see. And then for Riley also, I did one different like pretend play activity for her. So she has like her makeup set here. And then in this one, what did I put in here? Oh, her camping set is in here. She can play camping and chase the bugs and all of that. And then in this one is her doctor set. So we have her doctor set. She can play doctor that week. And then in this one, I think the pretend play activity was the camping set. Not the camping set, but there's like a little Love Every camper down there with little peg people. Sorry, Elsia, you just fell to your death. But she can play that. I also made sure to put a set of flashcards in every week, and I just decided to switch them up. So I have flashcards here for Jackson, and then I have another one in each of these. I also made sure that there was one ball in every week. So like this one is here. We've got that one and that one. Got another one here. But the point is that I didn't need to have 5 balls like always out at the same time. So we separated them by week, and that should hopefully help with some of the clutter. And then we have like other random little toys and activities, like some little Love Every toys. Like this one is one that Jackson likes to play with. So he'll see it 1 week out of the month, and then the next week he'll get something different to play with. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that this is something that should work? I mean, in theory, I feel like it should work because before, like I said, we just weren't getting into the rhythm of rotating the toys. It was just too overwhelming to figure out like, what do we want to put out this week? And so we just get like lazy and we wouldn't do it. I feel like what we just did right now, separating them into different bins every month, that was a lot of that effort already done for us. Like we just did it now, and now it should be set for the whole month. Did you just do that? Look at that. That is my husband, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. So that'll be a special toy that we bring out every once in a while. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you what it would look like for me to pull out one of these bins and set it up for the week, because today's Sunday, so I wanna have fresh toys for this week, and we'll just set them up. And that one, the first one?
Wait, that's part of it?
Yeah, that's part of it. So we're gonna put out week 1 bin. I also am gonna make some labels so that way we can keep track of which ones we're gonna do. And this is just what would happen like the Sunday night before the week. We just figure out where we wanna put these, set them up for the kids. There's not gonna be exactly enough bins for all the toys. Some of them are gonna have to be out, but at least it won't be all of the toys. And I think that's gonna make us really happy. Alright, you guys, so it's 11:40 at night, but we did it. So I'm gonna show you guys. I'm so happy. Like, I feel like this looks so much better. I'm gonna show you guys what this looks like, and then we'll go down to the basement. I'll show you like where we're gonna keep everything else. But this is my family room now. You guys know, if you watch my channel all the time, that there's always a crap ton of toys. And I feel like now the kids still have stuff to play with, but I'm not being like overrun by toys. So this is what the little cubby situation looks like. We've got the Peppa still here that I showed you. We've got some random things for Riley, the Mrs. Potato Head, her Ariel doll, dress up stuff, pretend play, all of that. Then a bunch of Jackson's cars are here, but still a lot less than there were before. And this little cube that he can play with. And then what else is in here? We've got blocks so they can still build stuff. And then in here, just some random little figurines that Jackson can play with, some dinosaurs, but a few dinosaurs, not 500 dinosaurs. So this is gonna make our life so much easier when it comes time to like clean up, put things away. I also have his little stacking cups here. And then I don't have flashcards in this week's box, but I have these little books that pretty much are flashcards because there's like one thing to look at and one word on each page. So he's got that, and then also like first 100 books, first 100 words, obviously. I am so tired. So some books that he can look through that we can practice things with, and then the ones that are like always here. His ride along is gonna stay here. We have some of their like stuffed animals in here, but I keep it in this bin so you can't really see it too much. And then his truck, his airplane, and then we've got some puzzles that we can work on. These are a couple other Love Every toys that are in this week's box. So I wanted to make sure, one of the things that I didn't tell you guys when I was telling you like what's in different boxes, one of the things that I wanted to make sure that we always had is some kind of like a stacker or something that they can like work on practicing like this skill of like putting things through the peg or whatever. Jackson is still working on that, so I wanted to include that. And I also wanted to include some kind of toy that can help him practice colors. Now that I'm going to start working with him on colors, this is a great toy because we can sort them by color, right? So this came in one of the Love Every play kits, and I think it's a great toy because it's a stacker, but then you can also like sort the toys, like sort the little rings by color. So that is something that we will work on. And then this one is more advanced for Riley because you kind of have to like manipulate the shapes, and then this one like twists. So these came in previous play kits, but they haven't been out for a while, so now they can play with those. And then over here we've got the people, her people that she calls them, the little figurines that I already showed you are always going to be out, magnets, baby doll stuff. But this is so much better. You happy, Dada? Think that we did a good job. And then they still have like their kitchen that they can play with, so all of the play food is here. So this is something else that gets a ton of use, like the little play food that they have. And they also have this little cleanup kit that we're just gonna like hide under here. And then I feel like Riley these days, since she's 3.5, like she spends a lot of time playing like what we call activities. So like she'll do a lot of things like kinetic sand, Play-Doh, just things like that that aren't so much toys but more like arts and crafts kind of stuff. We keep all of that in the garage, and I pull that out from there as she requested, or as I decided I wanted to work on that with her. Plus we have like her arts and crafts, like coloring books, painting stuff somewhere else. But as far as like toys go, this is like the toys that they can play with, and I'm just very pleased with how that turned out. So let me quickly show you guys the basement. And this right here is what the toy storage situation looks like in the basement. So a lot more organized. We'll have week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and I'll have the little labels for that. So that's what I'll take up every week. I have another bin of just a couple extra puzzles that I can kind of rotate through if, you know, I feel like they're kind of getting used to the puzzles that they have. We can kind of rotate those out. And then the special toys, right? Like the bigger toys that I'm not going to have out there all the time. Maybe I take them out for a day, bring them back here. Or maybe I take them out, leave them out for a week, and then bring them back here. But these don't have to stay out there all the time. The little bulldozer, Mickey, and I think that's going to work out good. And then these are the bins of like the other Love Every boxes that they're just not using. At least now they're in bins instead of the boxes. What else do we have down here? I think there's a little vacuum cleaner, something else that we can bring out. But that is a toy situation in my house now. So that is it, you guys. I'm exhausted. I'm sure that's just gonna go up in my room. I'm gonna like have a drink and then go to bed. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was satisfying to watch, or maybe you got some ideas on how to store toys or how to maybe rotate them. Like I said, we're gonna try this out, and hopefully it works out better than the current system that we had in place. Pretty optimistic about it, so I'm excited. I'll definitely keep you guys posted. So if you guys aren't subscribed for any reason, definitely stick around, subscribe. I post a lot of vlogs and I share just what my kids and I are up to, so I would love to have you here on the channel. And that is it. So thank you for watching. I love you guys to pieces. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.